Alrighty, howdy ho folks, Multiversal Medium here for another episode of Silent Hope. Last episode we beat the first area's boss and got into the second biome, strata, whatever you want to call it. This episode, we apparently have 12 floors to conquer and we're not going to get through them all. Kind of a given. That being said, I'm curious if the icon on this floor legit means signal fire, which means on the 4th floor there should be another signal fire. We're out of healing items. We might be able to, but it'd probably be smarter to head back up. Yeah, let's head back up. We can just start here, it's whatever. No reason to possibly chance
Understood.
losing everything we've gotten so far. I really do like that, first boss we went against. And just the fact that it was a personification of an issue that we were learning about. It's nice. And it didn't have to specifically say in the story, it's like this giant hermit crab was sinking our ships or whatever. It's like, no, we were having issues and all that. And that boss was legit a showcase of such, which means the dungeon we're delving into is kind of shifting, possibly with how the kings looked at things as a whole.
My favorite sayings is slow and steady wins the race. And I just know you'll make even more progress next time.
Do we have anything to appraise? No? Okay.
Nothing feels better than clearing a mission you'd previously
Craft.
failed. It shows just how much you've improved.
Septol.
You've earned your reward.
For this girl who legit cried herself into a tomb, she is one of the most upbeat characters I've ever met. Like, gosh dang.
It should be done by the time you return from an expedition.
Like, seriously.
Give it your best.
Just constantly upbeat. Can we do this now? Apparently not. We don't have a... Nope, not quite.
What a bountiful harvest.
Wait. Nope, still can't. Okay, we'll figure out how to do that soonish, probably,
If
possibly.
you don't know what to grow, then may I suggest turnips? They're delicious,
Yeah.
nutritious, and used in many recipes.
Yeah, I said it first episode. Rune Factory is obsessed with turnips, like hardcore. Which, what else?
Finished.
Ooh, okay, so these ones leveled up. Okay. Work levels. The more you use a facility, the more its work level will increase, as represented by the diamond bar that fills up after you craft items. Use runes to upgrade the facility. When it's full at higher levels, requests will finish faster and you can make more requests at once. Okay. So, how much does it cost? Yeah, sure.
You've grown quite skilled.
Yeah, good stuff.
I hope your work goes smoothly.
This is
Thank you.
fine as a crafting system. It feels like I'm constantly
Wait to see how it turns
doing
out.
something to make progress.
The item you requested is ready.
Considering
This
I'm
facility is more efficient.
leveling up as well, it feels like I'm constantly making progress in general with the fact that it's a roguelite.
Really wait to see how it turns out.
This is a fine gameplay loop. It really is. It really, really is, actually. Okay, let's see here. I don't need that stuff. I think I have, like, blue daggers. I think I already have
Plenty of
that.
time, so think carefully about what you want.
Buster Sword. Miracle Melody Memory. Oh, is it called Melody? Because, like, I think some of the Story of Seasons games have melody and stuff in it and are around music. That's funny.
Equipment for 7 people must be tricky. Well,
see here.
to help out, I'm kind of stuck here. But I can at least cheer you on from the sidelines.
This one.
Rah, rah, sis boom ba, craft that gear without a flaw.
Max HP and experience gain. What was the other Buster Sword? Is it green? Strength plus 11% is... Then this
What are you
one.
making?
Yeah.
I can hardly wait to see you equip it.
See here. Damage reflect, magic
You have
resistance.
plenty of time, so think carefully about what you want.
Wait. Oh, okay. I was about to say, like, what do you mean 100% damage reflect? What does that equate to?
Attack and defense are important, but so are any additional effects.
Like, I'm assuming
Consider that as well.
the higher over 100%, it will give more
How wonderful!
damage to reflect? Possibly? Ooh, country earring memory. Crit, dodge cooldown, and rune
It
gain.
must be tricky.
Yes,
Well,
please.
I'd love to help out. I'm kind of stuck here. But I can
Yeah.
at least cheer you on from the sidelines.
May as well craft these just to
craft that gear without a flaw.
get everyone outfitted, and I think Sword and Board Boy only has a green one, so we may as well make him blue.
What are you making?
Which I think that is the only blue he can use. So yeah, this.
I can hardly wait to see you equip it.
Everything else I need to start breaking down. That's for sure. Inventory management, right? Right?
Don't be
grab
afraid to
this.
try all sorts of styles.
Max HP and skill cooldown is nice.
All equipment has unique effects, so choose your gear
See
wisely.
here. She can.
Ooh,
Pop
that
that
looks
on.
lovely on you.
And just give her.
Everything's so
Yeah.
lovely and shiny. Just looking at your equipment is fun.
You get a random stone ring,
It
sure.
really suits you.
She. It's a random stone ring,
Ooh, that
just
looks
like everyone
lovely on
else.
you.
And a wooden
Don't be
earring.
afraid to try all sorts of styles. It
Better
really
weapon.
suits you.
A bit of a bow. Stone
Ooh,
ring.
That looks lovely on you.
And
It
wood
really
earring.
suits you.
Yeah, it is a hassle to
Don't be afraid to try all sorts of styles.
outfit everyone. It really, really, really is.
I recommend using Magistones to change your equipment's element. It really suits
that
you.
on.
Don't
Pop
be
that
afraid
on.
to try all sorts of styles.
Don't have any other rings. And let's see here. Or
A well-organized inventory is a major adventuring priority. Don't you agree?
break down.
There, all done.
Break
Let's
down.
get decluttering.
At least it also rewards you for cleaning your inventory as well.
Let's get
That's
decluttering.
nice.
This
There's
is complete. There.
a majority of people
Let's get decluttering.
feel the urge to clean out their inventories, amongst other
This is
things.
complete.
I can select multiple. Why is the UI and just the overall gameplay loop for this game just so solid? Like, it's properly handled. It wigs me out. I am not used to newer
Let's
games
Get decluttering.
comprehending that they should, handle the UI in a manner like being able to select stuff.
I
Like,
know
select
I do
multiple
what
things,
runes
I should
are,
say.
But I do know that all things eventually turn back into runes.
Yeah, just,
When you think about it, they
break
have a
all that.
magical air about them.
yep, rare items. Go for
Well
it.
done.
Yeah, that's weirdly solid UI-wise. It's astounding.
Accumulating a dragon's hoard worth of items just feels so satisfying.
Like, I'm so not used to it. It wigs me out so much. I'm so used to other games just or newer games just
smells incredible.
super dropping the ball.
Delicious.
Tomato and eggs. Experience gain. +1. Yeah,
Come to think of it, all those recipe notes you use
like,
while cooking look oddly
useful,
familiar.
but
I wonder, could they be...
also possibly just not super useful. I am the kind of individual, like, if I'm allowed to put stat points into just trying to, let's switch out pudding for, I guess, this. Sure.
You must choose each dish very... Go for it!
If I'm able to put skill points into something like gaining more EXP, I usually will. I'm not like a proper meta chaser. I like getting higher levels, which means I can put more skill points to other stuff, right? Makes perfect logic in my mind. The mind's just not great.
My. Well, that was quite the change in surroundings. I recognize this. It's how the kingdom looked during the Harvest Festival. Are you familiar with that? It was one of our holidays. The biggest of the year, in fact.
Oh, nice. Yeah, I like the dungeon layout so far. Oh, the wicked weasels. I'm pretty certain these dudes are actually legit in Rune Factory as a whole. In fact, they're kind of just like proper mythological creatures, I guess you could say. Pretty certain there's a yokai in Japanese folklore that is just like, it's personified as like a weird dust devil, basically. Which, I guess those of you that don't know, a dust devil is like a small tornado. Basically just picking up a lot of dust. Anyways, these weasel type yokai are just said to be super fast and cut you to bits, yada yada. Oh gosh, everything on this floor is kicking my butt hardcore. Hardcore. That tends to happen a lot, though. I mean, besides me getting my butt kicked, I should say, the fact that a new floor and a new biome in one of these, types of games where you're going deeper and deeper into a labyrinth usually is a big, difference in level and stuff. Oh, I completely flubbed that. That's on me. So, yeah. Ooh, bats. Wonder if they can confuse me. There's a lot of bats. Oh, yeah. It's astounding. I mentioned it last episode. Like, once you get every skill going, it feels so proper. It feels like they properly thought out how to balance what each skill brings to the table while also making sure the other skills kind of like pick up for its failings in a sense. Yeah, man. Down you go. Munch, munch, munch. Can I? So is that? Yeah, it is. Okay. Good to know. I was just curious. Yeah, this is it's just gonna make me want to play the other roguelites I own. Like, the Dark Cloud series is something that's, like, perpetually on my backlog. It really is. It's, I've never gotten far in the second one, whereas the first one is something I always get to a certain point and then just put down, kind of like Dragon Quest IX, where it's just like, yeah, that's good enough. I officially did enough. I officially played enough of this game to get what I wanted out of it, and I think I'm gonna go play a different game. Kind of deal. Yeah. Here's what the recommended level for this area is. Yeah, I basically I've been wanting to beat the first Dark Cloud since I first picked it up as a kid. And I just never do it. Like, I don't feel the exact, full, yeah, I finished Dark Cloud kind of fulfillment I do every single time I replay Dragon Quest 9. Because for some reason, getting to the final dungeon in Dragon Quest 9 is 100% just like, yeah, I'm done. I played enough. I got to the conclusion I'm okay with. Whatever. Dark Cloud, it's always like that one area is, I'm burnt out by that point. Because the game's long. It's a PS2 RPG. What the heck are you expecting? Something about the PS1 and PS2 era of RPGs. They just thought yeah, we have all this room on our discs now to put so much. Let's do that. Do what? Put so much. It's oh. How much we talking? And it's over 100 hours each. Oh. 100 hours plus per game. It's oh. Oof. No, thank you. And I can't remember how long Dark Cloud is. But it's a roguelite with several dungeons you're going through. So you do make meta progress, and you're doing various things to progress meta progress, as well as getting checkpoints. But every time I think you start exploring the dungeon that you're currently exploring, you start back at level 1, I want to say. It's, if I'm remembering right. And you may lose your weapons or whatever. That's if I'm remembering right. It's been a while, which means I definitely need to replay it. That's usually why I stopped playing a game for a while. It's I kind of remember everything in it. And if I'm forgetting the basic gameplay aspects of Dark Cloud, that means it's been long enough for me to replay it. But yeah, let's see here. Set off 2 traps before reaching the next floor. Are there traps? Does it want me to set traps as a hunter, or does it want me to set off traps and get hit? Questions. Without answers. Anybody. Even though you're making meta progress, you're kind of switching between the dungeons. So you'll solve all the issues at one area and then go to the next area and solve all the issues there. Usual RPG stuff. But by the time you get to the moon, I'm just okay, man, I need a breather. The gameplay loop is so fun, but I need a breather. And that's the long and short of it. I get to the moon every single time, which is so funny to say. It is so funny to say, yeah, and I stopped playing this game when we got to the moon. It's explained. It's properly explained. Unlike some games that for some reason have moon stuff and don't explain it. So I get there and it's this, the same gameplay loop, and that's not bad. It's just at that point I need to breathe. Gotta throw in the towel, Pops. Or something, I don't know. It's too much at that point. Okay, let's see here. Get around this dude. 'Cause they hit pretty hard. Anyways, this game's given me weird Dark Cloud vibes on top of everything else, which is fair. It wasn't my first roguelite, but it was one of the first ones I truly comprehended was a roguelite. Unlike Majora's Mask, which I feel like I could say it's baby's first roguelite and people are going to argue with me. Which means I will say that in some video in the future. Seriously, I want to do a weird essay on Majora's Mask, so that's probably going to be my, like, opener. Majora's Mask, baby's first roguelite. I think that'll be enough to kind of, like, piss people off enough to keep watching, I guess. Because, like, it seriously is. Majora's Mask is just a roguelite. You do a bit of progress, you get a bit of meta progress going, and then, you kind of just have to reset everything. And you hope the meta progress you made is enough so you don't have to focus on that stuff you're just focusing on. It's quite literally it. Every dungeon gets reset, all the enemies get reset. Not just in the usual Zelda reset nonsense of you left the screen so they're back. It's, oh yeah, that major plotline boss fight just reset because you basically just reset the time frame. Honestly, I think if you looked at Majora's Mask that way, I think a lot of people would be more willing to try it. I know a lot of people are totally willing to play Majora's Mask. It's a fun game for what it is. The 3DS version sucks. Don't play that. Don't touch it. Toss it into a fire. It's garbage. It ruins so many things. There we go. It's a good game, but I know a lot of people actually kind of stay away from it because basically it's, what's this? That just increases the power. I get this up 2 more times, I may be able to get cooldown. Let's go with this. Oh, wrong thing. Whoopsie daisy. There we go. And next one. Nope, just more poison boost. Okay. Maybe that one's not going to get a cooldown. Whatever. It is what it is. Anyways, I know a lot of people who are fine with, like, Zelda gameplay loops. Can I hit? Oh, I can hit you from up there. That's funny. That will, like, not play Majora's Mask specifically for the timer. And that's totally understandable. Because, let's be effing honest. Adding a timer to almost any game really adds a lot more anxiety and stress. Like, seriously, like a metric ton more. And it's things like Moon. I've been recommending Moon to people for like years now. And the second someone hears any sort of like timer, they're like, no, that's way too stressful a game. Meanwhile, I mean, this game's going up after I finished Moon, so you guys probably know Moon is super chill and lax for what the heck it is. It is a game about exploring and talking and figuring things out and just experiencing the world within it. That's the entire point of the game. In fact, arguably, I played the game incorrectly by 100%ing the game, because you're not, it doesn't technically want you to do that. That's why 2 of the like, I want to say the only 2 pieces of that game that legit upset me. I bet you anything they designed it in a way that is more like, hey, don't do that. Don't play that bit. You're not supposed to. Don't. There we go. Got a freaking one that needs a praise, so hopefully it's like a legendary or something. So yeah, like don't do those two things I mentioned upset me in Moon, the arcade machine as well as the fishing contest. They're BS. Legit, they're probably set up that way specifically to try and encourage you not to 100% the game. I crap you not, because the game's about experiencing the game and just experiencing and exploring, not worrying about numbers. That's part of the freaking like moral of the entire game. But like I said, as I've recommended it to people, and the fact that it has a timer on it is enough to make people never want to touch it. And the timer is quite literally something that's not an issue by the time you put like an hour into the game. You perfectly have mastered it by that point. It's literally just how long you can explore during the day. It's not really much of an issue. But with that in mind, I guess you could easily argue how much worse is Majora's Mask, which is a natural timer. It is 100%. You need to get things done by 3 in-game days, otherwise that thing is completely ruined and you will have to start it all over the next time cycle. That is like the kind of anxiety-inducing thing. So, yeah, I guess look at Majora's Mask as opposed to a game with a timer, and more so as a roguelite. You just didn't finish that run. That's it. And like some plot beats require you finishing the entire run, like specifically like all 3 days, focusing on that plot beat in Majora's Mask. And it's kind of hard to do other things. Let's just take a potion real quick. Get out of here, man. There we go. You heard your nonsense. And I think that will just like kind of ease some of you that may be apprehensive to play Majora's Mask. Because it's a fun game. It's got great imagery. I need to replay it sometime to get footage for that video I said I wanted to do. Because I've got an idea of a specific like video essay I want to do about Majora's Mask specifically. And now that I've said that on my channel, somebody else will probably do it, and I'll just randomly see it. Just be like, oh, come on. And that'll be my life. Oh, well. It is what it is. Not really super worth getting upset. Should I head back? We got another crystal 1 floor down. And if I can finish the next floor, I think if I start the floor after that, we'll have a signal fire. So yeah, let's keep going down. Yeah. Actually, first and foremost, let's switch characters. I should have did that. That was dumb of me. That was right at the crystal. No. But yeah, I need to replay that game sometime. Get some footage for that. I'll probably... Is it even okay to switch right now? It would have to be him. Like, not for nothing, but I think legit I'm gonna have to start the earlier strata and try to level up all these characters or whatever up to around level 8ish or so, because as we saw with these enemies, they hit harder. They hit a heck of a lot harder. So yeah, it's probably something I'm gonna have to do. Maybe after this recording session, I'll do that off screen. Literally just level up all these characters to like 8ish, 10ish. So we can better explore or something. I don't know. Let's see here. Complete the monster rush within 40 seconds. Oh no. Oh no. So get everyone right there. Oh gosh. Nope. Pretty certain this one ain't happening, boyos. Get everyone together. Nope, get everyone together. Oh yeah, I actually did it. Cool. I was surprised I did that. Whoop, I guess I'm just that cool. Let's see here. Yeah, this cooldown getting lower is really, really useful. Crowd control is super useful. Any but. I think a lot of, was there not like a crystal I could use? I swear it says there's a crystal on this floor. Look around real quick. Basically, I'm fairly... Oh yeah, it's right at the start. That was dumb of me. Should I even bother? Not particularly, no, I shouldn't. Basically, I think I'm gonna do more well-known games via streaming when I finally get that set up. And that's down the road, man. Like I said, as I started this series, first episode, I'm working on getting an AV cord set up as recording software. It's a next big thing I'm doing for this channel, besides all the stuff going up in January. Yep, there is the signal fire. So let's head on back.
As you wish.
And yeah, after getting the AV set up, I'll probably feel a lot more comfortable doing older games on my channel. Part of the reason I wasn't super all for doing older games after the last older game I played, and why I keep doing Switch and Steam Deck games, is I keep having issues with the emulators. I really do. I don't want a chance, like, possibly losing all my save data too. So on and so forth. You get it. Let's praise this. Iron Tachi memory. Okay, yeah, cool. Cool. That's awesome. Accept all those. Good stuff. Good stuff, actually.
Oh,
get
this. You requested is ready.
Get this going. Okay, so we got new wood types now.
Give it your best.
May as well work on them. Yeah, may as well.
I can hardly wait to see how it turns out.
Really, starting to set in stone.
Material stone is finished.
Having to upgrade all these frickin' things. Yeah, we got different types of stone as well. We got bronze and obsidian. Okay. Yeah, cool.
Work goes smoothly. Alchemy is endlessly fascinating. It's almost like magic. We must
alrighty.
feed cows and chickens for everything they give us.
Yeah, upgrade that. Gonna need it.
You increased your work level.
We can make butter now. Sure, why not?
I can't wait to see the finished product.
Does that take dried fodder? This takes fodder. Oh, milk just takes a lot more fodder. That makes sense.
The more they'll love you back. So I hope you shower them all.
So, yeah.
It should be done by the time you return from an expedition.
Hopefully.
I once lost sight of father.
I
mean, the king during a festival.
We, get fodder.
Crowds, I immediately assumed a large figure was him. So I gave a big hug to a cow.
Cute. But hopefully as we go deeper and deeper, we're still going to be getting fodder and... Well, specifically fodder. I don't know if we exactly need the seeds or the other ingredient kind of stuff, but specifically fodder for, like, milk and eggs, man. As, yeah, not for nothing. But...
Attack and defense are important, but so are
kind of useful to have milk and eggs for cooking. Bronze sword memory, don't have enough of any of that. Okay, looks like we're not switching out any of that stuff. Anyways, guys, it's been an episode, and it's been fun for whatever episode it's been. I still don't know what episode we're on. Anyways, I'll talk to you guys in another episode of Silent Hope. And until then, ciao.